Yeah, welcome family. This is the continuation of the exposure of Dr. Paul Enenche by Enenche Enenche. He said if you know Dr. Paul Enenche, he says you should pray for him because his pettiness is really affecting him, He doesn't want people, whatever uh, he wants to get, he must get it. If you feel like you want to go for something that is closer to him, you must make sure he get it before you could even uh, get it. So he said you should pray for him. So in this video, he said a lot of things about what you need to know about his pertinence, about things about life. Say if somebody wants to go and rent a place and you tell him, you say okay, okay, good, good, good. Before you know, you don't collect them. All right, I watch this video and I will be right back.
When that petty, they went that messy. So if you know Dr. Paul Enenche of Dunamis International Gospel Center and you love him, pray for him. His weaknesses is pettiness. If pettiness is a calling, he has a full-time calling in pettiness and insecurity. Very petty and very insecure. Anything can trigger him. Any new pastor that entered Abuja triggers him. Anybody that just entered Abuja to start music, all these things that I'm saying, I wasn't led to come and sit down here until my spirit say go. It is not attack on Dr. Paul. It is human judgment on the pulpit. Human wisdom on the pulpit that is coming on that judgment. We must go back to Christ. When I see Dr. Paul, I want to see Christ. We want to know who is this Christ. We want to see Christ's love. A time will come, we will not validate your ministry by what you built or what you acquire. We will validate your ministry by how many people have used this business to produce. When I see some of his followers on social media, they shame for him. How many deeper life do you see insulting people on social media? How many Christ ambassadors do you see insulting? So the character trait of every follower can be traced to his leader. If your leader is erratic, you are erratic. If he's insultive, you are insultive. Dr. Paul Enenche, I don't hate you. You took me to prison. You caused me pain. I was writing exams. You did everything. You still lied that your hand wasn't involved. When certified to copy coming, your hand was involved. I want to see you in court. Since this is what you have degenerated into, come to court and come and stand as a father or a pastor of the world's largest church and prove that these 2 posts I made, you had others, but they say I did. Your name wasn't mentioned. You cannot use it. You that have bullied me, I have every opportunity to just sign that document and they'll release it and before they come and carry you. I said, no, you carry me to prison. You that have maligned me, you've told people all kinds of things with testimonies, everything fully on falling ground. Now me, you carry go prison. See, I do you cyberbully. I don't forgive you, but come court. Mom said, I want to see you for court. I've told you what to do. If you had done, when we came out of prison, if you had done what I said, they wouldn't have been in for this interview. They wouldn't have been there, but he won't do it. So I don't want to state more than this. And because of their things, see, since this place, God will bless Shore. Shore stood by us. It was Abraham.
Shore is a good man.
It was Abraham that Shore stood by us all through. I'm a pro. Even till now, I'm a pro. Tinubu. He said, don't mention.
Don't wear that cap around me.
Naturally, the man, Tinubu inspires me. I love his leadership and his crisis management skill. I don't know if you understand. It was Dr. Paul Enenche that becomes president of Nigeria, or P2B becomes president of Nigeria, and they give his brother NSA that it was alleged that they negotiated for him. That the freeze, though they have built a prison that the freeze house and built a wall around his house and named it that the freeze prison. That mean now they have been in prison. I don't know if you understand. Me, even the small power, they were trying to negotiate soft landing through redemption camp. He has messed it up. Look at the mess he created. How can you justify you are now taking Tinubu's men to prison? We are trying to do soft landing for you, so you go create.
So, Enenche hated you more because of Tinubu. Is that correct?
We had our issue before now.
Yeah, so
we met in his office,
was it amplified?
But I think the election contributed because I was very loud in my analysis. And my analysis were contradicting what he was doing. Even from the election night, I've done this since 2011 election. On election night, give me 5 hours, I'll tell you where I've won election. All I need to do is to take this voting pattern. On the election, there's one post I made on that election night that I was going to church. People think that's Saturday night. When I was looking at Lagos, the Southwest, Tinubu was doing well, but only Lagos, the mistake people were doing is this. some people were showing where they were winning and not looking at the other balances. You look at this Lagos, you see some places Obi was winning, Tinubu was winning, so it was like a scale. You look at Benue, the same thing was like a scale. Understand? But when you go to the up north, these are polling units. When you start seeing north was between Atiku and Tinubu, but Atiku wasn't having any vote in the south. Only Tinubu had vote in that northern belt from that Sokoto, Jigawa, Zamfara, Yobe, Gombe, Bauchi, down to Niger and Kwara. He was doing very well. I don't know if you understand. Then Tinubu has Southwest. No matter how they love Obi, they still vote for Southwest. I don't know if you understand. So the lead Tinubu Obi was bringing in from, and even in Plateau, Tinubu has vote in Plateau.
So the summary of
so
it
when I was analyzing all this, it's like was taking life away from probably what they envisaged that they want everybody to believe. You understand what I'm saying? And he went very deep. He went very deep on this matter. I was thinking the man after election will just respect himself, just maintain his cool. I didn't know he would come and be dabbling in the system and be using Adama. Imagine a world largest church. You are presenting somebody to go and file up a criminal charge. That alone is laughable, as if you don't have a lawyer in your church.
That reminds me. This the Adama-led what's the name? Association of Concerned Youth Christian, blah blah blah. Do you think they are being funded by these daddy Jews?
No, what happened was that, from what I heard, Adama said it in police station that December. The Adama guy wasn't really a bad guy per se. I died with him. I just believe he was used. He was bragging that they have a deputy governor, they have a minister, they have a senior advocate. It was a group they formed. So and the mistake Dr. Paul is making is that this generation is not your generation. Your generation, you can say anything, people will keep quiet because you have mic. There's no social media, so you can't have feedback. You don't even know what they are discussing in their bedroom. This our own. You are talking, somebody is, and you are saying somebody is being, you are trying to format them to believe in certain way. Damina is deformatting them with their phone. One pastor in Lagos is telling them on that thing. So nobody really have that grip of control. So these guys, they're not trying to, it's not them to come to terms. If somebody is insulting somebody, go and know what is the grievances. What are the grievances? If Adama had brought a hamper to my house on a Christmas day and said, Enenche, please, I'm a Christian, what happened? Can we resolve this thing? Do you know all these things won't have happened?
You know, that was the same thing I told Adama when we met at the police station. He said he knew me. I said, fine. If you know me, why didn't you reach out to me? People went and wrote a petition against me. A very useless one.
See, Dr. Paul has propensity. Dr. Paul has propensity for writing the most useless petition I ever read.
Yeah.
It doesn't carry water.
So, and then you look at someone like me and feel I'm someone who can just threaten. And I hate threats. Once you begin to threaten,
if you threaten me, I'll do it.
I will take it personal.
Threats brings out me. Threats, I want to see it.
All right. So when I looked, I asked him a question. I said, see, this thing you people are doing, I like the fact that you established this kind of organization, but these are the areas I want you people to look at. Look at those who are bringing bad name to the church, not those who are trying to point out these errors. Those so-called pastors and prophets who have turned the Christian community to a business center with all kinds of false prophecies and staged miracles and all of that. If you can bring that sanitation and sanity to the Christian community using your platform, it will be the best thing you will do for Christians, because it is the pastors who are leading people away from the church, not those who are pointing out the errors.
Yes.
But it seems he didn't listen to that.
So he won't listen to that. What they wanted to do is a mafia kind of. Daddy Gio cannot do that. Daddy Oyedepo, he can't stoop that low. He knows where he is and has placed his place. But Dr. Paul Enenche, on the other hand, like I told you, is petty and insecure. So he has, and if Bishop Oyedepo is hearing this, Daddy, with all due respect, sir, Dr. Paul Enenche, your son, is petty. And he has unforgiveness as a weakness. That the next time he brings seed to you, sit him down. He has so many people he has locked up in his heart. All the pastors that have left him are not in his good book. From Umudu, Ayo Adun, until Ayo died. But I know when Ayo was in hospital, there were 1 or 2 gymnasts. But when Ayo was alive, these are people that started the church with him the same day. People can come and leave you. They are not your enemies. You understand? Michael Ajogba, Timothy Akase is dead. The ones that will leave, they will just activate a smear campaign network around you, and you start to struggle because you cannot achieve anything without help of man. And what he does is that when you are in that system, they make sure that you inherit their enemies. That's the most useless thing Dr. Paul has ever taught me. The enemy of a father-in-law is your enemy. And these people they call enemies are fellow Christians who believe in the Lordship of Jesus Christ. That's what makes you a Christian.
Just because they have
Just because they have
different
slightly opinion or you quarrel with them, you make me to hate people that never offended me. And I look at the Bible, Jesus, what you are telling me is contradict what Jesus said I should do. Why they say your father-in-law enemy is your enemy is to inherit their enemy. So the day you leave the system, they will disconnect you from the system. Then, since you have inherited their enemies, the people you should have built network with are no enemies. So you are stranded within two islands of where you used to have friends who are now see you as an enemy, and the enemies you've inherited over the years. So it's a Machiavelli principle to keep you bound. That's why I see when they leave, they get struggled. I left Dr. Paul 2011. I started building network in politics. That's why he's finding it difficult. He cannot, I don't put all those things on social media. My life is on social media. It's very difficult to believe because that he cannot, he thought he could just do the guy like they know that the guy that has built network off your system since 2011 to now. There are people that have known you go and tell them I'm a thief, they'll laugh at you. That this guy has been here, he has not stolen anybody. And the thing is coming from your side, only your side, only your side. So if I don't have any problem with him, I just told you, like, God, if I'm to write a book about Dr. Paul, all the thing I wrote here is what I will write. And it's better let him start hearing it now. He's 50-something, approaching 60. At this point, should be thinking of how to bring people together. That you are jumping on the stage doesn't make you a youth.
Lastly, while you were talking earlier, the beginning of this video, you said something about a nickname you were once, called in your, I think you said secondary school days.
Yeah.
Is it propaganda? Why were you called propaganda?
You know,
is it because you like propaganda?
In all fairness to you, I never knew the meaning. I just love the name propaganda.
I wanted to be
they were calling me propaganda.
Is it that you started this meeting?
Then when I left that school and I went to St. Francis College. Then they now call me evangelist or Bosco.
Okay.
So it to me it's just
there was a baptism from propaganda to an evangelist.
I didn't know the meaning, but I don't like the way it sounded.
Yeah.
So to me that was it's just fun and this thing. I mean, I lost my dad very early.
Yeah.
So I come from a family background. I'm not used to all this kind of fight. When Dr. Paul was doing certain things, it was strange to me. In all fairness, it was the wife. Even this our prison, I was reliably told, I don't have evidence, that it was the wife
that instigated
it with a brother.
It
was the wife. If the wife doesn't like you, you are gone. She can be laughing like you, but she's not with you. That's mine. Many things there behind is mine.
Oh, wow.
So I'm telling you, if this is ministry is love. Dr. Paul Enenche, if you're running ministry, want to see love, want to see Galatians 5. Bro, Christianity is difficult though. Let me tell you, before coming here, throughout last night to this morning, I was praying for Dr. Paul Enenche. You know why? I don't want to talk from the point of hate. When you come to a point you cannot pray for that man, you are slipped into hate. And anything you do from the realm of hate, na flesh. Do you know when I was... Sarah was the reporter that would have broken this, but I begged, please. I don't like attention. Dr. Paul was in EFCC twice with a petition that I have government files in my house. They should come and... This year, the Nigerian agencies are still professionals among them. They almost disgraced him. You know, maybe you think you have one member has one member, or one GO has...
you have what kind of government files?
He went there on himself, pastor of the world's largest church. Look at what he has turned himself into. So they told him, get out. It was report that was to enter Sahara. I begged, please. At times I was here, they said this. They told me, Enenche was when they said I should do this. Dr. Paul Enenche, see, the era of blackmail, smear campaign, you don't like this pastor, you just say all kinds of things, has gone. These days now, after the election, people even try to, anything you say, people try to go and verify now. Because if you make them feel you are assistant God, chief of staff to heaven. So they look you with that eye. But now people try to, they ask themselves questions. I don't have anything against him. But his followers are what? The man is a human being. He has his human effort. Not be everybody they see woman, they trigger. But some people have unforgiveness as a weakness. Some people are very vindictive. How do you know that? Look at their operations over the years. Ask Dr. Paul Enenche, where is King Omudu? Where are the families of Ayo Adu? Where are the families of Patrick Ugbeku? Where are the families of Timothy Akasi? Where are the families of Pastor Saboyaro? These are some of them are late. They labor with him, they left him, they become enemy of the system. Where is Pastor Adaji? Adaji is the one in Merit House. When I know that Abraham was going to media, I went to meet Pastor Adaji. Adaji raised us. I said, Abraham is going to media. Dr. Paul, this thing must not go to media. He begged me to call Abraham. I called Abraham. Abraham came to his office at Merit House. He told Abraham, he even tried to convert Abraham to Christ. They argue Bible. Abraham didn't accept. So he now said, Abraham, okay. He now called Dr. Paul's PA and related, this guy is here. His grievances is the car. The grievances are one, the car and his marriage and stuff like that. And he believes that Dr. Paul played prominent role in it. Dr. Paul believes in, he can enter you, he will tell you me A, B, A, and tell this one B. I have people like that. No, now just a fight. Adaji now said, Enenche called me. Okay, he has called them. If it were only the car, Pastor Adaji would have said, okay, Abraham, take your car and leave my father-in-law alone. But I know Dr. Paul. He has this kind of vindictive system. If you give his enemy food, eat, you are his enemy. If you give his enemy water to drink,
problem.
For 26 days we were in prison. Dr. Paul or Adama, they didn't bring water to us in the prison because they don't know when Jesus said, when I was in prison, he visited me. They don't know that one. They only know how to take people there. When Pastor Adaji talked to Abraham, he now talked to the PA. He now told Abraham he's going to get back to him. When Abraham left, he now called me and said, Enenche, please do anything possible. Let me not go to media. Why I'll be following up from behind. Please. And I begged Abraham. Abraham said, okay, since I said Pastor Adaji, stop. He will not go to media. But they should give him his car. Adaji was trying to be managing the stuff. Then he now went, that December, they went to invite him. Abraham, after they arrested me, they went to invite Abraham, Adama. Abraham was running from pillar to post. You know, after the way they invited me, I wrote it on social media. They felt embarrassed.
Yeah.
So they now start to write to officially. They now wrote to Abraham wrote to his brother Alex. So when they wrote to Abraham and his brother Alex, Abraham was running from pillar to post. He went to meet Ogashowore. I said, why are you going? Those police guys are very professional. And all of us say, I still have great respect for them. Even though I don't know what happened, later happened, they pushed me to prison. He said, Enenche, this man has taken me to prison twice. I know what will happen. You are the one looking at this time. I'm not looking at it like that. Then Sahara Reporters now broke the news of his invitation. That was when somehow, he was to come to your studio.
Yes.
It was Pastor Adaji that stopped him from not coming. He was on his way here already. And I raised the alarm to Pastor Adaji. If you allow, Abraham is going to media. This man, we have problem with him, but we don't want to escalate it. He's our own. So it was when they invited him that he came here. The day he was coming here, he said, I should bring him here. I said, I don't want the angel of the commission to come and be disturbing my car, please. And he came here and talked about that miracle stuff and stuff like that. There's nothing anybody could have done. But when we were in prison, Dr. Paul was telling people that I was working with Abraham. Ask Dr. Paul Enenche, have you ever prayed for Adora and Daniel? It should be a shame. Your former pastor now is an atheist. You should be crying every day. If you have the heart of Christ, that thing should break your heart. That I was working with Abraham. When he locked Abraham and his brother in the prison, I was one that went to give them food.
It became a problem.
It became a problem. He don't finish. I don't have anything to see. The only thing is that he has taken me, Dr. Paul Enenche, he has taken me to prison. Let me tell you, and you see in this life and our next life, I know they fear you again. Don't let this be the last time you ever think of taking anybody to prison. Next time, when that your spirit of vindictiveness and unforgiveness, that your petty spirit, when it jumps on you, let it be that if you want to go police and take anybody to prison, have it in mind that any case you are instituting as a criminal, you must appear in court. So that you don't go and disgrace yourself as if you don't have lawyers in your church. I see you in court. Thank you, sir. I left church, bros, that I backslided 2011 now. It started to 10, but 2011 I just left church after encountering that his system. His system can make you, can bring the beast out of any man. That's just, and no love, fleshy. Very mechanical. Miracle, miracle, miracle. If you submit to us, you get it. If you don't submit, you lose. If you're not with me, you can't make it. If I don't endorse you, you can't make it. You know, all those kind.
Very.
It's a funny thing. And you know what? One mistake they are making is one mistake they are making it. It's like when you have a contrary opinion, Dr. Paul thinks you have committed a sin. But I think the God of vengeance is not doing it the way he wanted or he wants. So he has resorted to using instrumentality of the state to help God of vengeance to do what God has done.
When people hear your name, Enenche Enenche, they often mistake it for the Enenche would know. Pastor Paul Enenche. People assume that you're from his family, or that you're his brother, and all of that. And I want you to quickly throw light to that. Do you have any relationship whatsoever with Dr. Paul Enenche, or your own name is just unique to you? And
thank you very much. No, it's not my brother. He's from Chief D Enenche. I think the Enenche you know happens to be Chief D Enenche, his father.
Okay.
His father was our king, and his father ran a multi-billion naira company, this Chief D Enenche, that had these many trucks. So he's from Chief D Enenche's family. I'm from Enenche Udo. He's from Chief D Enenche in Adupi or Rokamo in Ogbadipo local government. I'm from Enenche Udo family in Aidogo, the Alchobo family. Then Okpoku local government. But we have kindreds in Irimo, Tukpa, in Ogbadipo local government. So we are from two different Enenches. Enenche is my name at birth. When my father gave birth to me at Yaba Military Hospital in Lagos, because he served in the Nigerian Army Ordnance Corps, he named me Enenche after his grandfather and gave me Peter after my mother's immediate elder brother, who retired as a director in DSS. So, but when it comes to, I'm from a conservative family. We just like to be quiet. About not everything about us you can find at the click of button. So that's just how it is.
Okay, a lot of people have. There have been a lot of stories out there saying that Enenche, Pastor Paul Enenche, sent you to prison with Abraham Daniels because with someone else, right?
You guys said Doga.
His brother. Okay, his brother.
His stepbrother, yeah.
So there have been stories that Enenche, Pastor Paul Enenche, sent you in particular to prison because of your name. They said that he accused you of stealing his name, making use of his name. And today that you're here, we want to really get deep into it. What exactly happened? What is your journey? How did you end up going to prison? And what is the story behind it? And is it because of your name or because of something else you would like to share?
Basically, me and Dr. Paul Enenche's issue have been there even from the first day we met. And I entered comedy then because I wasn't given medicine as admission. Okay. I left biochemistry in Meduguri, University of Meduguri, anatomy in Ilori, because I really wanted to study medicine. During my SS1 at St. Francis College, I wanted to do arts. My brother said I should do sciences because he wanted me to do. So the only vision that made me to study sciences was medicine. So I couldn't envisage anything outside medicine. And I was writing JAM. I could pass JAM very well. So where they first said to write aptitude test, I got 80 over 100. But then they now shifted on all the state university and state polity. They pushed me to chemistry. I wept on my matric day, 10th February 2006. I wept on that day. So I heard that this matric night they were doing. I just moved there. It was opposite second gate at Benue State University, close to Dunamis Church. So when I went there, I didn't wear matric gown. I couldn't see myself using the chemistry. That was just the truth. And God had gave me this grace that I can see the end of something from the beginning. So I did my post-matric night. So all the FC, and I have this churchy upbringing. So all the president of the fellowships there present now thought, this guy, maybe I was into this for a very long time. Though I was doing it in church, Word of Flame Church, my church then, doing it in church, but it wasn't something I intended doing as a profession. I didn't see profession in it. It was something more of a hobby. So they now called me when I did that post-matric night. So the next Sunday, this fellowship will invite me. Just within 3 months on campus, my name was everywhere, Enenche. And each time they called me that Enenche, it was like a fulfillment.
Yeah.
Because Enenche, my late father, growing up, two persons were calling me Enenche, my late father and our firstborn, who is a member of the Dynamics today. So, and they were the ones calling me Enenche growing up. And during my educational time, I was with her, my elder brother. So it was easier for people around her to call me Enenche because, but my Enenche was not my name in school. They know, my first nickname in school was Propaganda. I didn't know the meaning. I just liked the sound of the words. Then later on, now my nickname, when I went to St. Francis College, my name in school was Evangelist Obosco. That was it. Not as if I was very churchy, but I was like, I just love the name Evangelist Obosco. That was the name they were called because that was my Obonilo, Enenche Obosco. But the Enenche, coming to home when I was writing, I was saying my other brother and partly my other sister. So they were the one calling me Enenche, Enenche, Enenche. So people, it is easier for people that know you through setting this without calling the name. So when I started the comedy in school, I was
Yeah, Enenche Enenche is speaking of so many things, and the video is not yet over. There's still more to come, more to say. He has a lot in the bag, so it's giving us little by little. So I'll be posting his videos, his interview. So I'll still be bringing more. So keep watching, and thank you. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and share. God bless.